You guys loved the first version of this video, so I came out with a second. So today we are going through my cleansing oils, cleansing balms. I am going to be putting them on my hand with makeup. Well, I'm going to be putting makeup on my hand, and then I'm going to be using the cleansing balm or oil to remove it, show you what it really looks like, tell you all about it. I'm going to be giving you all those details and more. So if you like this type of video, give it a big ol' like, comment below what your favorite cleansing oil or balm is, and we are going to get into it. Alright guys, so this is the makeup that we are going to be putting on. This is the Ciel Blush, MAC Stack Mascara, Vive Concealer, and the Cali Ray Eyeliner. This is incredibly long lasting. This is a normal concealer. The MAC actually, when you do rub it off and rinse it off, usually you get like the whole panda eyes, or raccoon, not panda, raccoon eyes. And the Ciel is not hard to remove. But I did try this with the new Milk Blush Stain and Lip Stain, and it was just too long lasting, so I had to switch to the Ciel. So this is not meant to show you that like one cleansing oil or cleansing balm can remove even the most long lasting, but it will give you a pretty good sense for like your normal makeup. So let's get going. First up we have the Kose. This is the Softymo Speedy Cleansing Oil. This is probably my third bottle. You get the original like this size. It's 230 milliliters. It's very, very affordable. I get it on Amazon. It's quick and easy to get, and then you can also get the refillable pouches. So I'm not going to be showing the deep cleansing one, but it is just, this one's supposed to be speedy, so if you think that like you need a more deep cleanse, this one would be the option. I think they work pretty similarly, and I love both of them, but I just wanted to show one, so I'm going to show this one since I haven't opened the deep cleansing one. And this one is 200 milliliters, and we have 230. So one pump, and it goes everywhere. And you can see that MAC mascara, if that was on your eyes, whew, that would be fun. And then a little bit of water. And there we have it. And the reason that I love this one so much is because it is just so affordable. You always know what you're going to get. It always removes my makeup. I love that I have a pump top because it means for me it's easier to use in the shower. I find that when I'm in the shower I don't want a jar necessarily, so this one works really well. And then I can get the refillable pouches, and I think it's like $10, so I just am never gonna turn down something that's cheap and effective. So it's a #1 in my book. Next up we have the Hada Labo Gokujyun Oil Cleanser. This is 200 milliliters. I also got it off of Amazon. It has the pump top. Neither one of the first two have a top that you can close. You typically do get this kind of thing, so if you keep it, you can travel with it. I just feel a little bit, it's just not as secure as some of the others that actually snap. So that's kind of the one downside, but this is another favorite of mine, and again, very affordable. I think it's like $12 on Amazon, and I like it in the shower or just in the bathroom. And this has almost nothing left, so we're gonna see. I think that's about a pump. And you can see this one, again, they both rinse away so simply, so easily. They don't leave any residue. It's not greasy. It doesn't feel like you still have oil on your hand, and it gets all the makeup off. I would say that these two are comparable, so if you want to do the Hada Labo or the Kose, it's kind of up to you. I just prefer like a little bit cheaper one of the Kose, but I would say they're comparable. Next we have another Korean one. This is Purito, one of my favorite brands. You can get certified Purito on Amazon. I do find, you know, shopping on Amazon can be a little tricky, but for something like a cleansing balm versus a sunscreen, I'm much more okay to buy a cleansing balm. And this bad boy I have pretty much used up. So we're gonna do the last few drops and clean the makeup off. So this is our first cleansing balm today. And it kind of just depends on what your preference is. Cleansing balms and cleansing oils work very similarly. Sometimes I do feel like a cleansing balm is a little bit more effective if you have like a lot of makeup on, just because there's more weight to it. And this is just like me, my preference. I find that cleansing oils, you just get a little bit more bang for your buck. You usually get more product. So like this product is 100 milliliters and it's probably the same price, if not more expensive, than the 2 cleansing oils that I already showed you. Obviously, well, not obviously, but it does a spectacular job. I mean, I have no complaints over this whatsoever. It's just more of a like, do you prefer a cleansing balm? Do you prefer an oil? And like I said, I prefer the oil just because I get more bang for my buck. 200 milliliters for less than this price. But there it is. Such a good job. Next up is my own brand. This is Plus Minus. This is Plum Crazy Clean. And I don't talk about my brand often on my channel just because I feel like, I don't know, it just like mixes things, and I don't want people to think that I'm just trying to sell my brand, because whatever, that's not my goal. The channel is separate and apart, but I have to include this because this is in my favorites. I do make it. I mean, this is 100% handmade. I make the formula, I make the products, all of it. But also, this is a spectacular cleansing balm, and especially if you have dry skin, this is just one of those cleansing balms that does not strip your skin whatsoever, and it takes off the makeup, and it's a really enjoyable experience, and also scent. It's made from plum seed oil, so it smells like plum seed oil, and this color is from rosehip seed oil, so you're getting some of the best oils in, like, basically that you can buy, and it comes in 3 different sizes. So there's a 1 ounce, 2 ounce, and this is the 4 ounce. But I'm going to show you what it does. It's just a fun experience too. It, like the feel of it is so luxurious. And look at that, it's just like moving the makeup without even, or the mascara without even trying. But this is definitely a thicker formula. Some people, if you don't like a thick formula, it may not be like right for you, but I love it. And it has one of the best emulsifications. Like, I just feel like that experience is so lovely, so lovely. And there we have it. Took everything off. I mean, I'm always amazed. It's just like, takes off sunscreen, takes off makeup. Look at that. And again, like some of the others, and I will demonstrate some of the others later, they really do kind of leave you with that nice, supple skin. It doesn't feel too dry. I think cleansing oils and balms in general do that, but I'm always proud of this one. So that's my own brand. Okay, we're moving into the mediocre category. The first one is the Coockind Oil to Milk Cleanser. And this is at the top of the mediocre category just because I really like the brand Coockind. You can find them in Target, you can find them online, and it's an affordable-ish brand, and I would say clean with air quotes just because whatever, clean. And this is a really nice cleanser, but it's kind of one of those ones that I don't feel like if I had nothing else, this is the one I would go and pick up. I do like that it has a squirt type bottle and you can get it out pretty easily. I'm kind of at the bottom of the barrel, so let's see what I can get out. The thing that I don't love about it is it does have a thicker kind of consistency. It reminds me of the Naturium Fermented Camellia Cleansing Balm, but it's a little thicker and it doesn't really warm up or like become silkier with warmth and rubbing. You can see that it's just kind of like sitting on the skin. It is similar to mine in the Plus Minus in the bit, or in a sense, but I find that it just takes a lot more work to get the makeup off. So there we have it. It did come off. I had to use my finger a little bit more on the eyeliner. That is, you know, a longer lasting eyeliner. So it's not that it didn't get it off, but it's just, you know, I think you do a little bit more rubbing with this than some of the others. And then the other thing about it is I can't tell what the scent is, and it doesn't have the ingredients on here, but for me, the scent is really off-putting. I don't like whatever the oil or the essential oil is in it. It just feels very like abrasive, a little too harsh for me, and I don't even mind scents. So if scents are kind of not your thing, I would go with one of the Korean or Japanese ones because they tend to be unscented and just pretty unproblematic. So this is fine. If you're in a pinch, you can usually get it at Target, but it's not my favorite. Next up, we have the Waso by Shiseido. This is the SheGlam Oil Gel to Oil Cleanser. Okay, first off, Shiseido is typically more expensive. I believe that the Waso line is a little bit more affordable, but not like substantially. It's still sold at Sephora, and it's still quite a bit. You get 125 milliliters or 4 ounces, and compared to our other ones, the Korean ones that we tried, you know, that's quite a bit less. Now, this product is a very interesting product to me. I kept it in my shower for a long time, and I really did not like it because I felt like there was something about having it in the shower where like the water is running and it's like full force on your face, compared to having this on your counter, like in the bathroom by the sink. It just works better as a counter oil cleanser or cleansing balm. I don't know if anyone else has ever experienced that, but I have another that I'm gonna talk about in a second. And that one is actually more of a shower cleansing balm. This one is a sink cleansing balm. It just needs less water because it doesn't really emulsify as well as some of the others. And so I feel like when you have too much water, it just doesn't do as good of a job. So there we have it. It did get everything off. I feel like you do have to rub a little bit more than some of the others. And like I said, it doesn't emulsify as much as I want it to. You saw like, there's just a little bit of the milky texture and consistency, but I like it when it's just like full force milky consistency. It does take things off, but again, it's just that difference. When you're in the shower, you have like a lot of water coming down, and I feel like it just takes it off before it emulsifies, versus in the sink or at the sink, you can kind of space out how much water goes on your face and it just works better. It's a very weird concept, and I've never heard anyone else talk about it. So if this doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. It makes sense to me, and that's the best way I can describe it. So I feel very Italian talking with my hands. Next up we have the SheGlam. This is the cleansing balm. It is only 1.23 fluid ounces, which is pretty much why it's in this category. It used to have a little spoon, which is very cute, and then you twist it off this way. But look at how small it is. Like, I don't know. That just bothers me. That said, I think it's like $5, but you do have to get it off of SheGlam, and that takes weeks to get it from China. So, and also people have a lot of issues with SheGlam, so I can see why a lot of people would not want to purchase this. That said, it has such a silky smooth consistency. It feels very similar to the Juno & Co. one that I had in my last video. Just one of the silkiest, one of the smoothest, and it emulsifies very quickly with water. So that's what we have. Like I said, takes off makeup. Oh, a little bit of concealer, but that was just in the little gap. The reason that I put it in the medium category is because you don't get much. And if you are buying it, I mean, you could probably buy like 5 or 6 of them, you know, and that would be $25, $30, and it would take a few weeks. But if you have issues with SheGlam, which I totally understand, that's not something you want to purchase, then, you know, this is kind of in that middle category for those reasons. And I don't love how small it is because it's just like you go through it so quickly. So does its job, but is problematic in some other ways. And our last in the mediocre category is the Tatcha Indigo Cleansing Balm. I mean, it's tiny also. Let's see. This one is 1.9 fluid ounces and the SheGlam is 1.23. So they're both very small. This is actually better packaging just because it's more efficient use of space. But that said, whereas the SheGlam is $5, this stuff is very expensive. I forget the price, but it's Tatcha. It's a luxury brand. It does come with this top, if it will. So the top covers it, and then this is supposed to be a little scoop that you scoop it out, and then once you get to this line, you know that you have enough. I didn't really use that. I think it's a little gimmicky, but we're gonna use the last vestiges of it. I used it all up. Now, I will say that if you are willing to pay for this, it would be a great travel cleansing balm just because it is so compact, but you're going to be paying an arm and a leg for a travel balm. It does kind of have like, do you see these little pieces? That's always been the case. It's not just the bottom of the barrel kind of thing. I feel like it doesn't have the smoothest consistency. Like once you rub it in, it's fine, but you still have these kind of blobs that take a little bit of actual pressure to rub in. And then the emulsification is not really anything special. Like I feel like that is important to me. I love that experience, and this one you just don't get it, but you do get your makeup removed. So it does the job. Very expensive. This is the most expensive one I have, and for that reason I put it in the mediocre category, just because you're getting not even 2 ounces and you're paying an arm and a leg. Just don't do it. Like, it's just not worth it. Moving into the hard pass category, the first is Hey Bud, and I feel bad saying this because this brand sent it to me, and I really like the idea. They're made out of hemp ingredients, all of their products, and it's just a cool idea. The packaging is lovely, and they don't really have a scent to them, and they have a very nice scent to them. This one feels or smells very like citrusy. Look at the texture. The texture is beautiful, but I'm gonna show you why I don't like it. And I forgot to say, this is 3.17 ounces, so it's a substantial amount. That's 90 grams or milliliters, or not grams, or milliliters, but grams. And the consistency is got a nice, like, it's a little bit of a gritty consistency, and it does go on nicely. It feels nice and smooth and silky, but it's not a cleansing balm. It just leaves a residue on your skin, and you really just need like a towel or some other moisturizer or cleanser to remove it. And I'll show you. So no emulsification happening, and you can see those water droplets. It's just really a cleansing, I don't know, balm? Well, no, that's silly, Dana. What's the word for it? Cold cleanser? No, I don't know what the word is. It just, you know, leaves all this residue on your hands. There's no emulsification, and like I said, you really just need a towel at this point to get it off, or another cleanser. That said, if you look at it, it removed the makeup. I just don't love this. Like, this is what I hate with a cleansing balm. I like this if this is a moisturizer, but now I have to go in and use another cleanser, which I'm going to do anyway, but I just don't love this experience. And it's all over. Like, you can see the makeup on my hand over here. Can you see that? Yeah. So for that reason, it's a hard pass for me. Now I'm just gonna clean up the sink. If you like this kind of product, by all means, it's a really nice consistency. Again, the scent is very citrusy and refreshing, but it's not really a true cleansing balm. Next up in the hard pass category, we have the Community 66 Makeup Melting Balm Cleanser. This is 150 milliliters or 5 fluid ounces, so you do get a substantial amount, and it comes in the squeeze top. The only thing is this broke. I don't know why, it just won't close, which is not really great. And this is said to be for normal to dry skin, which I would agree with. Now, I have had to remove this because there's just not a lot left. There we go. And this consistency is one of my least favorites. It feels so thick and cakey almost, like, and look at that, like, doesn't really blend very well. It does take the makeup off, like you can see that's all concealer. And now this is the opposite of the Coockind, or of the Waso by Shiseido. The Waso one, I was like, the Waso is a sink cleanser. This one, the Community 66, is a shower cleanser. If I use it at the sink, I just can't get enough water to really get it off. But in the shower, there's more water, so it really helps to get the product off. And it does emulsify better than some of the others, but it's got kind of a gritty feel to it too, which I don't love. But see how much it's taking? Like, just a lot of water to get it off. So, again, makeup is all off, but it really took me, I mean, not that long. Like, I'm being a bit dramatic. I'm, you know, splitting hairs here, but it took me way longer than some of the others. And again, I just feel like you need to use it in the shower because you need that extra water versus the Waso one, which just needs like a little bit of water. So, not at all my favorite. I'm almost done with it and 100% will not repurchase. And last and least is the Face Halo Cleansing Balm. Oof, first off, this broke before it even got to me, and this was the second bottle that they sent me. The first one, I got it in like the summer or the end of the summer, and the whole product had just kind of melted on the inside. And they said it was because of the temperature, but I've never had that happen with any other cleansing balm, so I feel like it's kind of the product, not the weather. This is 100 milliliters or 3.3 fluid ounces, and I forget the price. I bought it as like a set with the cleanse little pad. I love the Face Halo, the actual Face Halo, but this is terrible. Just terrible. I'm gonna show you. So the consistency, again, the thing I find is the ones with the kind of like almost gritty texture tend to be the worst cleansing balms, and this has that as well. And this is very similar to the Hey Bud. It's not a cleansing balm. It's just oil that does not emulsify. And it's got a very, very strong citrusy scent, which I don't mind citrusy, but this one does feel like a little too intense even. But I'm going to show you what I mean about the emulsification, or lack thereof. Oh, it's so just an oil on my hand. Like, can you see the droplets? Maybe it's better over here. Yeah, like nothing. The makeup just kind of like cakes off. I don't love that. And then you always have to go in with a separate cleanser. So not my favorite at all. Ugh. It's like all my hands are just coated in it and it does not come off. So now I have to go wash my hands again. All right, guys, so that was it. You know what? I have to say, my hand doesn't feel that dry, and I think that's because I've been using the Prequel new hand cream. So that video will be coming up soon. But if you did enjoy this video, I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a big old like. If you're not already subscribed, do so below. And I will be back because I'm always testing out more cleansing balms and oils, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.